"There's someone here to see you," Stephen's father told him. "Marley." Since he'd come out of post-op, Stephen had been drifting in and out of sleep. The sleep wasn't peaceful. It was a disturbing mix of images from Crow Point, the stranger on the shoreline, the gun, the frigid water, and things that had nothing to do with reality. Walking through an empty house that he didn't recognize and that was full of secret rooms. Running a cross-country race in his underwear. Each time he came back to consciousness, it was with the realization that he couldn't feel his legs and feet. At last he had awakened and found Henry Malou beside him, and the old Meaday's presence and calming voice and wise perspective had helped ease some of his anxiety. He wasn't certain at all that he wanted to see Marley now. "If you'd rather not," his father said, "that's all right." "No, it's okay," Stephen replied. "For a little while." Cork signaled Anne, who'd been at Stephen's bedside constantly, to come with him, and a couple of moments later Stephen found himself alone with Marley Daychild. She looked awful, and she looked beautiful. Her face was bruised, and she walked as if it was terribly painful for her, and she wore a worried expression. But that didn't matter, because the moment he saw her, he felt an ember deep inside him begin to glow. "I know," she said, and almost turned away. "I look awful." "You look wonderful," he said. "You look—" She began to cry. "Oh, Stephen, I'm so sorry." "For what?" "I don't know. I don't want you to be this way. It hurts me." "I watched you walk in. I think you hurt enough already." He smiled and reached out and took her hand. "How are you doing?" "I was afraid you were going to die, and I wanted to die too." "But here we are, both alive." Her eyes shot to his legs under the sheet and blanket, and he could guess her thinking. He squeezed her hand. "The doctors say there's hope, and Henry tells me there's purpose in this." "What purpose?" she fired back angrily. Stephen pretty much repeated what Malou had told him.